bed. I was frozen in bed in the dark. Yet I'm feeling so flat and so low at the bottom of this very dark kind of well. However, the other side of me is like super high, super alert, because I'm like gonna have a panic attack as well. So I've got the low mood and the like kind of low flat status, and then I've got the really high status where my body's like danger, danger, something's gonna happen, and the panic. So I just can't put it into words. It was just like one big roller coaster of not very nice things. It's tough. It's really tough. And all through this, when I'm saying this, when I was playing for Reading, I would go to training, and I'd live with housemates, which were teammates, and my room was downstairs, the only bedroom downstairs, near the kitchen and living room, and I would be shut in that room anytime that I'm not training, right? So I'd go to training, I'd come home, bearing in mind I've got teammates in the house, I'd be like, oh, I don't feel great, so I'm just going in my room. Go in my room, shut the door, lights off, lie in bed after just trying to compete for a starting spot in 11, and lights off, I'm crying, I'm sobbing, and I'm like there alone, and then I'm like, when's it coming? Panic attack, boom, panic attack, crying, sobbing, panic attack, have a panic attack, calm down, finally get my breathing down. And at some points I was like, this is it, I'm gonna die here now, like this is genuinely it. And then that one goes, and I'm like, oh, a minute to relax, and then I'm sad that I've just had a panic attack. And then all like, you've been so overwhelmed, right, with this state of panic, that then it's like the down, and it's like, this is your life now. And then, oh my God, this is my life now. Okay, I didn't die. Yeah, but I might in the next one. Boom, another one. And I just can't, you know, that's why I said to you, I'm very honest with it. And I think that if there's anyone going out there, the reason I'm sharing is because of, I got out of that state. Yes, I still struggle with it now, but I can't imagine anyone I know or love feeling that way. However, I was in a place where I was so scared, so in denial, that I didn't get help. And when I say I was doing that, and I had my first panic attack when I was 14, 15, and then in 17, 18, 19, I had some bad dark years. It's now, I was 23. So six come 8 years, I hadn't told anyone. Wow. So when I say anyone, I'm saying friend, family, doctor, anyone. I just thought, nah, this is where I live now. I'll get through it. And if I don't get through it, I just, probably going to die.
Wow. Do you think it was fear why you didn't tell people? Is it just fear, or was it the society and its pressures upon you? How do you assess that? Because I am curious, as we're listening, myself and the listeners are listening to you. One of the questions I do have for you is to ask you why you felt that you didn't tell anyone. Is it because that there was fear for you, that the society was sending you these kinds of very oppressive messages? What do you make of that?
I think at the time I didn't want to tell anyone at my football club because I was scared that it would affect selection, contracts, playing, which that annoys me, because I put football and anything above my own health. I didn't tell my family and friends. I have the best support group. I couldn't ask for a better support group, and they've always been like that. So again, this is the thing that I'm saying where I'm like, what were you thinking? I didn't tell them because I was worried that they'd worry about me. And I think a lot of people do that. I don't want anyone to worry about me, so I'll just go through it alone. And if I didn't eventually share with someone, share with my family, share with my friends, I wouldn't be here today. And that's the brutal truth of it all. And that's why I encourage people to share, because the idea of protecting those around you by not sharing with them, and I don't want to tell my mum and dad because they'll spend all their days worrying. I don't want to make it sound serious, even though it is serious. That worry that they would have experienced through trying to help me, through trying to kind of bring me round and get me help, would be a lot less of the worry than, unfortunately, those families that have lost people due to mental health. And I was close to that. So by trying to protect them in the short term, I was definitely close to doing more damage in the long term, which is a scary thought, right? Because if I didn't share, then I wouldn't be here, and I didn't share to protect them. I didn't share probably to protect myself. Like I said, I think I was in denial. Like, I don't know how anybody lies in it. Well, I do know now because I've done it, but I wouldn't have thought that anyone would be physically sick before training in the morning, not want to go have a panic attack during training, get home from training, go to bed, have 5 panic attacks in bed that day, go to sleep, eventually broken sleep, and get up and do the same again tomorrow without getting help. But people do it, and I think that's a sad reality of it. And fortunately, I don't go through it alone anymore. I decided to get some help because my friend had shared some experiences with me through sharing kind of an article, an online anonymous article. There was blogs, there was like 5 links, and on the 5th one I clicked it open, and it's kind of like an anonymous online blog, so it's a good read. And I was reading this like, wow, this is deep, this is dark, like, wow. And then the 5th one revealed their name. And I was like, what? And I was like, Tim. I was like, Tim Harper. And it had a picture of a hospital slip. And I just had a breakdown and was like, my friend's been through this. This is bad. This is scary. I can't believe he has. And then I was like, you are so close to this. You are this. I just cried that I've read my friend's story. However, I've been living this story for 8 years now, and to really bad points, and somehow I'm still here. Crap, I need to do something. Which, full circle, by the way, Tim Harper is the founder of XC Sport.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so as an ambassador and as we were working together, I think he just picked up on a couple of things from me, having his own experience in mental health. And I say to him like, and our friendship has come because we have the same views and stuff on equality in sport. It's not, you're my friend, can you be my ambassador? Like, but that moment of reading those articles saved my life, 100%. And I've had loads of moments like that since. So that moment saved my life. That made me get help. That made me turn around. That made me go to the doctors. That made me share with my family and friends. And I wouldn't be, well, I guess I wouldn't be the person I am today if I didn't go through all that, but I wouldn't be here today if I didn't go through that either. So that's kind of a very short version of what happened. And I think that I didn't share for many reasons. I wasn't educated enough to realize what I was going through. I was in denial because I was like, no, not me. I'm on a mission to make it pro. Like, no, not me. And I always had that thing, this mentality I speak of, which is very dangerous. I always had the one day mentality. So another thing is I'm an ambassador for a mental health charity called If You Care Share. And I work with them on raising awareness for mental health. And I do that because I know the work they do really makes a difference. And I have done some presentations for like girl academies for WSL. So a lot of the girl academies, I think I did 15 presentations last year, and my main point in the presentation is called One Day, because I had this mentality, very dangerous, where I was like, one day this will all go away. It's just going to go. I'm going to wake up and it's gone. You know, like, I'll deal with it. I'll have these panic attacks now because one day I won't have this anymore. And the sad truth is, it was either one day I'll wake up healed and I won't go through it, or one day I'll be dead. So I won't feel it. Either way, it was one day something will happen and it will change this. And then I started thinking about the one day, and I was like, what will the one day be? And I'll be like, oh, it'll be like when I'm a key player in WSL 1 and I've scored 10 goals that season. My anxiety, my depression will go because I've reached my target and my dream. And, you know, or I did have when I was at university, this will all go when I sign my first professional contract. I signed my first professional contract. I buzzed it for about half an hour. I had the training session, and after that training session, I was like, that pass was wrong. Oof, I didn't train as well as I did. Are they thinking they shouldn't have signed me? Bang, back into it. you know? So that one day mentality, if I can tell anyone out there, it's not just one day, it's putting in the work. There is help. You can help yourself and others can help you. I've had many moments that have led me up to being better than I was. And you can't just sit back and think one day one day I'll achieve something and that will fix everything, or one day something will happen that will fix everything. It's take action now and speak to somebody.